All right, so we got 8 games tonight in the NHL, and I don't want this to be as long as a TED Talk. We got a lot to get through. I want to make a new series here of just kind of either daily or semi-daily, just my picks and predictions for each game. And let me know down below what you guys want me to add to this format. Maybe this is helping you in a bet. You're betting in pro line or something like that. So maybe you want to see the injuries, the lineup, something like that. But again, keep in mind, I don't want these to be 20 minutes long. But generally, I'm not too bad with these types of predictions. And it's going to be really interesting to see how many of them are actually right at the end of the night. And you guys leave your predictions down here in the comments. And at the end of the night, we'll all kind of reconvene and see, oh, okay, I see I went 5 out of 8 or something like that, right? So let's get right into it. First off, it's 7 o'clock Eastern. We've got the 7-7-0 Edmonton Oilers in for their second game of a back-to-back against the Ottawa Senators in Ottawa, who, by the way, are 2-10-1. Yesterday, of course, there were points where the Oilers just completely dominated, and when you have talent like draisaitl, McDavid, of course, you're going to take over the game at points, but the Senators put up quite a fight, just like they did against the Habs, and even beat the Habs. So look, I don't think this one's going to be a blowout, but I can't go against McDavid and draisaitl when it's a team like the Ottawa Senators. Now, if it's the Leafs, if it's the Habs, we're talking different stuff here, but I gotta go with McDavid and the Oilers beating the Senators again tonight. Especially on a back-to-back, Ottawa is going to have their backup goaltender, which is probably going to be Marcus Högberg, and he is not very good, okay? And if it's Koskinen or if it's Smith again, because remember, Mike Smith is fresh, okay? He hasn't played this whole season. He's well rested. I think he could easily play both sets of this back-to-back game, so I really favor the Oilers here. First game of the night, I'm going Edmonton. At 6 o'clock Eastern, we've got the 8-3-2 Philadelphia Flyers in to take on the Washington Capitals, who are 6-3-3. Now, if you just look at the score for the last game, 7-4 for the Flyers, you'd think it was a blowout, but it was not. There were some empty netters in there, some unlucky bounces, and Craig Anderson between the pipes for the Capitals. It was actually quite a tightly contested game on Sunday there, and I'm picking the Washington Capitals here to beat the Philadelphia Flyers. I just think the Caps are too good of a team to lose 2 in a row to the same team. I think they'll find a way. Guys like Ovechkin, Backstrom, TJ Oshie, John Carlson, I think they'll find a way. Up next, also at 7 Eastern, we've got the 3-8-2 Detroit Red Wings up against the 6-1-2 Florida Panthers. Last game, the Red Wings beat the Panthers 4-1. You gotta go with Florida here, okay? Detroit is one of the worst teams in the league. They're playing better as of late, and they did get that big win, but I do have to take the Panthers here. Again, when you have star power in the NHL, it is very, very helpful. There's a reason teams want stars. So guys like Huberdeau, guys like Barkov, even a guy like Patrick Hornquist, who's been there, done that so many times. He's won cups. He knows what it takes to win. And with or without Sergei Bobrovsky tonight, I think this is the Panthers' game to lose if they just decide to play down to the Red Wings like they did in their last game. But I do think the Panthers are going to end up taking this one. At 8:30 Eastern, we've got the 7-1-1 Tampa Bay Lightning going up against the 5-6-0 Nashville Predators. Now, this video is being recorded before the end of the Lightning Predators game from yesterday, which is 2-0 for me as I'm looking at right now for the Lightning. And even if the Lightning do win this game, I gotta go with them again. They are still such a dynamite team. And yes, look, Nashville, they're not bad by any means, but I would say they're incredibly mediocre, and they have the potential to just get stomped on 2 nights in a row. And the Lightning have so much firepower, even without Kucherov. Guys like Braden Point, Stamkos is having an amazing season. Hedman on defense, like, I don't know how you can bet against these guys. I think this is Tampa's game to lose, again like with Florida, and I don't think they're going to lose. Also at 8:30 Eastern, we've got the Chicago Blackhawks, who are 5-4-4. In Dallas to face the Stars, who were 5-2-2. This was a fun game last time. Low scoring, but pretty fun. Oh, those neon Dallas jerseys, the neon green ones, those are so ugly. But I do love this Dallas Stars team. They're deep. They've got veterans. They've got scoring, good leadership. They're big. They're strong. They're tough. Like, they've got everything you need. They've even got the goaltending. I know there's been some issues with Hudobin there showing up late to practice and some disciplinary stuff, but you got to pick the Dallas Stars here. And look, the Chicago Blackhawks, give them some credit. They're better than people think, but you got to go with Dallas here. They've got it all, basically. I think they could go on another deep playoff run this year. But you got to pick Dallas, especially coming off of a loss. I know it was in overtime, but still, Dallas wants to not go on any type of losing streak. So I think Dallas is going to win this game. All right, and we've got 3 nightcap games at 10 o'clock Eastern. So the Anaheim Ducks are in Vegas, who, by the way, the Ducks are 5-5-3, while the Golden Knights are 7-1-1. Come on, how can you not pick the Golden Knights here? I mean, give credit to Anaheim. They're not as bad as everybody says. They have a 500 record. They're not playing terribly by any means, but this is the Vegas Golden Knights. They've got probably the best goalie tandem in the league. Pacioretty's hot, Stone's hot. Their defense is really good, even with Pietrangelo in the protocol. They're still playing dynamite back there, and it's in Vegas. I know the Vegas flu doesn't really apply to opposing teams with the pandemic, but still, I do think Vegas has an advantage and is the better team. You got to go with the Golden Knights here. Also at 10 o'clock Eastern, we've got the San Jose Sharks, who are 5-4-1 against the 3-6-2 Los Angeles Kings. And I'm going off the board here a little bit because I'm sure San Jose's favored, but I'm going with the Kings to win this game. I just talked about the Golden Knights. The Kings gave them some fits. They played some good hockey against that Golden Knights team, and they held their own. And again, this Kings team, their record shows that they're worse than they actually are. I think they're on par, if not better, than that Anaheim Ducks team. I know the Ducks have Gibson, but when Quick wants to play, he can play not bad. Same thing for Cal Peterson, and they've got a good little team there who can come to play when they want to. I mean, you guys have heard me say before, I don't mind a bad team. I mind a lazy team. And the Kings are not lazy, so they can play spoiler. And I think they're a great team to do that. And the Sharks, I think, are about on the same level there. Of course, when you've got a guy like Carlson, Brent Burns, right? Like, that's when you have the advantage. But I do think the Kings, if the big boys come to play and they play together as a team, I think this is going to be the Kings who win this game. I guess we'll see. And then the last game of the night, also again at 10 o'clock Eastern, the Winnipeg Jets, who are 7-3-1, are in Calgary to play their 4th straight game against the Flames. And look, let's not sugarcoat it here. The Jets have absolutely spanked the Flames in every game they've played against them, basically, maybe except for that first one. But I know there was a shootout win mixed in by Calgary there, but even then there were a lot of points, if not the majority of the game, dominated by Winnipeg. But I think now that they're in Calgary, they're not in Winnipeg, which is where all the other games were played. I think the Flames are not going to want to get spanked again here by the Jets, and I think this is going to be a Flames win tonight. Because yes, it is Pierre-Luc Dubois, his debut with the Winnipeg Jets tonight, but the Flames, they got to be mad here. Why does this team keep beating us? So they want to come out here hungry, especially after a big win against Edmonton. I know Winnipeg has the rest, but Calgary, they're getting their juices flowing a bit. They want to find a rhythm here. I think Calgary is going to come out strong and win this game tonight. There you go, guys. That's my predictions for tonight. Let me know your picks down below. This is fun. This is a little series I could start doing, if not daily, every few days here, and it's cool to see how many we get. How many of us are actual hockey gurus? Let's see down below. And we'll come back at the end of the night to see out of 8 how many you got right. If you want to see more stuff like this, like this video, subscribe, give me some more suggestions. Do you want to see injuries, lineup previews, that type of thing? I want to hear it. See you guys in the next one.